Hi there, and welcome to another edition of Refuge Daily. Pastor Shady here, and I am joined with a special guest. This is Misty Clark. She is our communications director extraordinaire.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. Well, I wanted to have her on with us so that you guys can meet her. You guys have been receiving her wonderful newsletters every week, and if you haven't, how can they sign up for that?
If you go to our website, refugefamily.com, and you scroll down just below the Y Refuge, there's a button that says sign up for our newsletter. And we send those out every Friday at 7 p.m.
Awesome. And Misty is really great with it. Her personality comes out and she gives us a little peek into what's going on in the church and the message that's coming up. And so Misty, how did you start coming to Refuge?
So right after, about 5 months after my daughter was born in 2019, my husband, Ryan went through a career change, and we were kind of at a fork in the road as to where we could go. He's in the electrician's union, so we were living in Riverside at the time, and the job he was on was ending, and they were telling everyone that they were going to send everyone to Blythe to work out in the solar fields. Yeah, who really wants to live in Blythe? And so we had been wanting to have him work for the electrician's union in Orange County, but they weren't accepting applications. And then as we were trying to figure out what to do, I looked at the Orange County Union website, and they were, again, accepting applications. I was like, I think you should apply just to, see if you can get in, and we'll pray about it. And if I think this is where we're supposed to be, the Lord will make it happen. So he applied, and
wise man listening to his wife.
Yes. Yeah, he applied and got in, and we were then deciding if we were going to stay in Riverside or move out here with my in-laws. And, they were happy to have us with them. So we moved out here, and I said one thing to know for sure if we are supposed to move to Orange County is we have to find a church that we can call home and be a part of and be around people that are going to help us grow in our relationship with the Lord. So we were praying about it, and before he had moved out here, I was looking online at different churches in the area. There's a ton of churches here, obviously, but I had certain things I was looking at, if there was photographs of the congregation, and if it looked like there was a good mix of ages, people that can mentor us, and then people our age going through the same seasons of life. So Refuge was one of the first ones we looked at, and actually the first and only one we visited outside of my in-laws' church and the church my husband grew up in Newport. So we came on a Sunday morning in, I think it was September.
How many years ago?
In 2019.
Wow, okay.
So we came in September, and we were sitting in church, and I was looking at the bulletin, and I recognized Pastor Bill's name. And I worked at Harvest until we had our daughter, and
her name is Addie, by the way, and
yes.
She is the cutest thing in the world.
But, thank you. Yes. So I worked at Harvest, and so I recognized Pastor Bill's name, and I texted my old boss at Harvest, and I said, "Hey, is Bill Welsh the pastor that's your uncle?" And he was like, "Yep, that's him." I was like, "Cool, sitting in his church right now." And then I looked at Ryan, and I was like, "I think that's confirmation. This is where we're supposed to be." So we actually talked with Bill after service, and then made that connection. And there was just a couple other weird random things that happened, and it was just like that has to be the Lord. There's no other explanation for that. So that was how we found Refuge, or the Lord brought us to Refuge, really, and how we ended up here. And then my husband got into the union, and he only worked 3 different jobs in the first 6 months that were only 2 weeks long. I worked at Starbucks for all of 3 weeks and realized that's not the industry I'm for. And then I got a job at Disneyland, and then the pandemic happened. And Jeff actually, early on in talking with him, he found out I had worked at Harvest and asked what I had done there. And so we got connected in that way and started talking about different things. And it kind of led to where we are today. During the pandemic, I said, well, I'm laid off, and I know you guys don't have, a system, because we talked about that. So I'd like to, use some of the free time I now have and help you guys set it up. And he said, I think we can pay you for that. And I was like, cool.
Yeah.
So he got that set up with Pastor Allen, and I think I'm the only person here who got hired during a pandemic and never met Alan in person.
Wow.
Until 3 months later, I think.
Well done.
Yeah, thanks.
Well done. And you've been a tremendous blessing to
Thanks.
everybody. And I'm new here, but you've been a huge blessing to me. So yeah. So if people, we already talked about how they could get the newsletters. One more time, you go to the website.
Yeah, refugefamilies.com, and if you scroll down just a little bit, just below the Why Refuge paragraph, there's a little button to sign up for the newsletter, and that really is the best way to stay connected and see what's coming up and what's going on at the church. And any registrations that are up are going to be there, and just any news really that happens around here is going to be in that newsletter.
Now, if they give us their email addresses, will we bombard them with emails every single day?
No, it's once a week, literally.
Once a week. Okay, that's why it's the weekly.
Yeah, weekly newsletter.
We don't sell their information.
No,
we don't give it to the government. Nothing like that. Okay.
It's all protected. Very
Fantastic.
Secure. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
Well, thank you for being on with me today. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
When I came, it was I was getting the newsletters all the time, and I was like, Misty Clark, and I'm like, who is this Misty Clark, right? And then when I got to meet you, it's like, oh, okay, you're the one that's doing all this.
I'm pretty good at laying low.
Yeah. So I was excited to have you guys meet her, just in case you guys were wondering what I was wondering as well. But she's a real person.
Yes, so. I'm real. I actually had somebody tell me that they thought the pastors were writing under somebody else's name. I was like, no, I'm real. I exist.
Awesome. Well, we're grateful to have you.
Yeah, grateful to be here.
Yeah, and Ryan too, and Addie as well. So if you guys see her in the halls, make sure you come by and say hi to her. Okay?
Yes.
All right. God bless you. Thank you. Thanks.